Hi, Mitt. Good morning. Just want to see you for a second. Steve, get out of that box. Let's go. Come on. I think T-Rex is down here waiting for us already. Yeah, Rex is over by the door. Come on, Steve. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. It's Monday. I know. It's tough to get out of bed on a Monday. Let's go. You kidding? Come on. This tape is expensive. It's more like it. Time is money, you know. Well, that's what they used to say on TV when we were kids. Time is money. Time is money. T-Rex, what time is it? Yeah, same time every day to go out and bark. 39 degrees at 8:51 a.m. on February 26th, 2 days after the full moon. What is time? I don't know. It's all waves. We're all going around and around. And a wave through time turns into a circle. First it's a day, then it's a week, then it's a month, then it's a season, then it's a year, and then you start over. Well, we've been in a cold wave now since that February 13th storm. Never going to get over that one. And solid ice in the bucket a couple of hours ago. It just went above freezing. And this is going to be one more day, I think, with this thing maybe not being water tomorrow, but it's going to melt down quite a bit today. We're going for 50 degrees today. Warm wave has begun. May last a couple weeks. But before that warm wave sets in, there's one more cloud. It's way over there. I don't know if you can see it, but if you look over toward Blue Hill, you can see where it looks like the gray comes down as a curtain and almost touches the ground. You can tell when precipitation's about to come in, when you can't really see a distinct bottom of the cloud, and that's what we have right there. But that, on the radar, you can see, is looking like it's going to miss us just to the south. It's sliding east, and we had a couple go north of us this morning. So I wasn't kidding around yesterday when I said it might snow in Boston. And I knew it would only be for 3 minutes if it happened, but it's too warm now, so that's mostly a rain shower crossing Connecticut. Some of the tops of the hills probably getting a little bit of ice or sleet with that. So this is a little bit of a shower that's run way out ahead of a cold front. We are on the warm side of a cold front in southern New England this morning, and it's called warm air advection. We are going to be gusty today in southern New England. You can look at the map this morning. There's the temperature going above freezing for most of us, even all the way up to the Canadian border, really. And those wind gusts, red numbers in the Gulf of Maine. Wow. It's gusting 30 to 40 miles an hour. And it is going to be a very windy week. Mostly warm air advection for us until an abrupt front Wednesday at midnight turns into cold air advection, but it doesn't last long. It's going to be a cold intrusion and a very warm wave. So look at the nation this morning. Wow, look at all that red in the middle of the nation. That is a high fire danger zone in much of the plains. And in the northwest, those are all winter storm warnings. And there's a wind chill advisory in northern Montana. And there's a tiny, you can't even see it, blizzard warning from the weather office in Elko, Nevada. The Ruby Mountains today may have winds gusting to 70 miles an hour with 1.5 feet of snow. That's in Nevada. So there's a major cold wintry wave setting in the west now. And that's where it's going to stay for the most part of the next couple weeks. Getting kind of windy over here. Where's Steve going? Steve's a little stuck. I'm going to give Steve a hand. All right. I know. All right, this way, Steve. Come on. Come. Good cat. Who walks their cat? Tim. Right? And then the new fastener. He broke the old fastener right there last week and got away. I went and found him. It took a while. Anyhow. So, what was we talking about? Oh, yeah. Warm wave of energy coming in. Let's look at the surface map. You know, that colorful map that's the National Weather Service. And this is the Weather Prediction Center here that does this one. And you can see a blue line there coming out of Maine. That is a cold front in northern New England today, so briefly colder. But that front extends west, and then it turns into that huge spider web of warm front coming north of Minnesota, and then a cold front in northern Montana, and all those black lines around it. Those are isobars. The red L's are low pressure centers, and the red line with the half moon, those are warm fronts, and the blue line with the triangles, those are cold fronts. Essentially, this is a front that goes coast to coast in North America, and it's pressing south in the west and north in the east, generally speaking. And all that blue and all that green, that's rain and snow. Blue is snow, green is rain. Tomorrow morning. There's tomorrow morning. The front is kind of, looks like it's trying to get south of us. So briefly, tonight and tomorrow morning, we have a cold high pressure system going by northern New England. So we'll have one more day with 32 degrees in the morning tomorrow. Before that goes north as a warm front. And then we're tracking that, oh, look at this. There's always something. Boy, always something. All right, lift this line. The hazards of doing live, unscripted weather with two animals, birds, and wind, and leaves, and who knows what else. Oh, sorry, Steve. Jeez. Oh, I hope you're amused. It's distracting, I know. But at least it's pretty to look at, isn't it? Come on, Tim. Widen that camera view. Oh, now my camera won't widen out, so I gotta step back. Nothing's going right. Let's go to the play-by-play. Come on, cut to the chase. Oh, wait, one more thing about this morning. Josh Worth says, wow, we got 5/10 of an inch of snow at Jay Peak this morning. Yeah, a ½ inch of snow. But he was there, and he got it. Way to go, Josh. Thanks for sharing. Oh, while we're sharing, yesterday, Jeff Kent asked me for the forecast from Minnesota, where they're trying to have the North American ice boat races. Is that what they're called? Boats that go on the ice, sail on the ice. And they're in Waconia, Minnesota, where it was in the 50s yesterday, 60s today. He said bad ice, not 60s, 60 today. But then tonight and tomorrow, that front goes through, and all of a sudden tomorrow it's going to be about 28 degrees and getting colder. And it'll be close to 0 on Wednesday morning if you're into following the National Ice Boat Races, North American Ice Boat Championships. Jeff Kent is there, just like his father, Don Kent, used to do, and his brother, Doug Kent. All right, let's go to the play-by-play for this week. A strong storm is going across the middle of the nation, as we talked about forever, and everyone's talking about it. That front's going to get in here with a little bit of rain. Doesn't look like as much rain as I was thinking before on Wednesday late in the day. And then it comes through at midnight, and it may end as snow in the mountains. And then very cold, windy weather comes in on Thursday, especially northern New England with the cold. But we're all going to be very windy. Look at those isobars just jammed together. And that's a cold high that's going to go south of us. And as we've talked about a bunch of times, when the high goes south of you, it warms up quickly. So by Thursday afternoon, we may be about 29 degrees. And then Friday afternoon, we may be back up to 39 or 49 degrees, actually, at the South Coast on Friday. And then next weekend, another storm coming out of the Midwest, out of the western part of the nation. And it looks like we probably are going to be fairly quiet here next weekend. But, there's always a but. There is a low forming near the mid-Atlantic states, and it looks like a high-pressure system to our north. So if we end up with a wind from the east and the northeast, and if it's cloudy, it's going to be a lot colder than they say coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Not cold enough for a snow situation, but cold enough that we may be having to turn the heat back on, and may not be the nicest weekend. Now, some of the guidance says that system wait until about Monday or Tuesday to go by, and so that's a tough call. I'll be here with the play-by-play, and there's the potential for a little bit of a nor'easter here sometime between next Sunday and Tuesday. It'll be isolated, it'll be surrounded by warm air, it would be cold rain, good surf. We'll talk about that as the week goes on. And then there's much colder air to our north, but I can't tell if it's going to try and press south. So until further notice, the big picture is a warm wave for most of the east with only brief cold intrusions. For the last 2 weeks, we've had a cold wave with brief warm intrusions. So yeah, it's all about the waves going round and round. Yesterday, I went to Norwell,
for an event, and it was so fun inside. I didn't bring my phone in, but Tinker's son had Irish music playing, and it was a really pretty day. It was pretty cold. Anyhow, Greg Ferguson lives in Norwell, so I thought, hey, Fergie, come over and meet me at Tinker's son. Well, he replied later in the day. He said, I'd like to, Tim. We'll catch up soon, but I'm in Nepal. So I got images from Nepal from Fergie, who lives in Norwell. Anybody who lives in Norwell knows him. And then also I get this weird text out of nowhere from Mayor Bob Headland of Weymouth, who says he got lost hiking. I don't really believe it. And ended up at the summit of the Blue Hill Observatory and met a protege, Nate. Hi, Nate. Long time no see.
And so I'll share the ride home, looking at this tree I couldn't identify. Please help me identify this beautiful tree on Prospect Street. I didn't even really realize
That Norwell abutted Hingham. It's right on the Hingham side of that line. And then what Bob did interviewing Nate. He always needs the spotlight, but Nate, way to take over that spotlight. All right.
Hope this all made sense to you. I'll be back tomorrow with another version of Out the Door Weather and more and more and more. You never know what kind of more you're gonna get, including during the presentation. All right, more Maine Coon. Talk to you. What do you see out there, Rex? What is it? What are you looking? What are you barking at? You don't even know. No, it's not down there. It's up here, Rex. Come here.
I don't have time to set up the tripod. Got caught off guard. So it's just past 11 a.m., Sunday, February 25. And it was breezy when we did Out the Door this morning, but now it's going calm. Cold, high pressure coming right over us. One more cold high to go on our Tuesday morning, and then rapid fire changes. So pretty, the sunlight reflecting off the windows of Tug Justice, holding the port side steady, headed for the Four River Bridge. Once again, these tankers have the same length. If you put them, put their stern on the ground, and the bow would go right up to the top of the Prudential Tower, more than 600 feet long. And there they are in the bridge. TK is always waving hi. They never wave back. I can't tell really. And then there is the tug Independence. On a very cold, beautiful Sunday. Subsidence. Sinking air makes blue sky. Haven't even finished edited today's Out the Door, and I'm already doing for and more tomorrow.
T-Rex, let's go. Come back. This way. Get my socks on. Don't feel like chasing you. It's freezing out, but you can get a sunburn. Never stare at the sun. I think Isaac Newton went blind. Or is that a myth? Come on, Rex. You come on. Let's go in the door. There's Steve. He always wants some action. He knows when we're going out. Yeah.
Nice solar heating day today.
Just had a kind of fun St. Paddy's Day preview here at the Tinker's Son. Irish music, Sundays 11 to 2. I didn't bring my camera in. Once in a while you gotta shut it off. Let's take 3A back through the old Ville. Hi, I just stopped to admire your tree. It's unbelievable. I just crossed over from Norwell into Hingham, and this tree just got my attention. So pretty. I have to know what kind of tree it is. Almost looks like maybe Winnie the Pooh lives in there. It's a very busy street. I'm like a obstacle right now, but I'm really admiring this. iNaturalist will tell me what kind of tree it is. Got a lot of water in the last year. Gravity's gonna take it out to the ocean. This looks like the perfect place where herring might try and come up. A little bit of ice on the brook right here. It's cold out. And evidence of the storms. Been an incredibly stormy period, coast to coast. So where am I now? Hershey's Bridge, circa 1850. just on the Hingham side of the Norwell line, and I think this is called either Norwell Street or Prospect Street. A lot of stone walls around here. Who's the guy with the camera walking around? Just the weatherman. There's that tree I'm admiring right there. iNaturalist doesn't know what it is. Well,
It can't connect because there's no reception around here.
well, well, well. A deep subject, as my dad used to say.
And geese.
That seems to be the trouble. It's mating season. There's always trouble during mating season. Man, this is a busy road. You can see how the locals may get a little perturbed.
On a really tall ladder. All right, so I'm out for a little walk today. Beautiful late February day. I got a little disoriented. I got lost. I found this Good Samaritan on a trail to guide me out of the deep woods. So, what's your name, sir?
Howdy folks, this is future meteorologist Nate Morris here at Great Blue Hill with Mr. Headland. And Tim, I just want to say
I'm supposed to be asking the questions here. Who was your inspiration to lead you into a meteorologist's path, career path?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. Wonderful man of the name of Tim Kelly. He taught a weather class here, a weather camp back in 2014, and I happened to be one of the kiddos at said camp, and he helped spur my interest in the field, and I brought that all the way through college, and hopefully
Where'd you go?
I went to Delaware, University of Delaware. Great place. Good program, small program, but a good one.
Where do you live now?
I live in Chelmsford, Massachusetts, born and raised. Actually, no, I was born in Waltham, but I wasn't raised there.
So you drive a long way to come here and volunteer your time. I think that we should make plans for you to visit Mr. Kelly, who's on the South Shore, not far from here. I think he'd like to catch up with you.
I highly agree. I think that would be a wonderful idea.
All right, we can work on that. Signing off.
5 o'clock somewhere. Oh, here, 34 degrees. What do you want to do? You want to go out? You want to go out? So this is the evening out the door weather and more. There it is. The sun is on our side of the Four River Bridge in the evening. Oh, Mitt wants to come out too. Come on out, Mitt. No? All right. Close the door. You get up there and watch. Ice bucket did not melt a bit today. Freezing Sunday. There's a warm front on the way, and supposedly it may have a little snow with it. What is it? What do you see? What do you see? Don't go over the edge, please. So anyhow, the air looks dirty, doesn't it? That's what happens with these high barometer inversions. Dirty air. Almost looks like there's smoke. Are there any fires burning upstream, like big forest fires, that I am unaware of? What are you looking at, Steve? What do you see? Oh, yeah. That's what Steve's looking at. A playful dog.
Is he gonna go in the water? Nope, down the beach.
We don't know what he's barking at. He's always barking at something. Come on, Rex, this way.
Come on.
See ya.